I think in a school like Morpeth, which is in an inner city area, one of the things that's absolutely crucial is the ethos of the institution. In our situation, the parents want their children to do well, but they perhaps don't have the resources to support their children in the way that they might in a more favoured environment. Therefore, what we're trying to do is to have as many possible hooks, if you like, to pull the kids in.
These kids come in from 7 to 9 most mornings off their own back. They're incredibly committed. If players are keen, we try and push them further. They play on the national tournament circuit at weekends. For these kids to be exposed to some sort of excellence is really key. I think obviously fitness, fun, as well as improved self-confidence, and their table tennis is improving incredibly.
There's some orange juice, please. Yeah. That table tennis must be tasty way.
I believe the Breakfast Club provides a really good service for many reasons. One, many of the kids rush out in the morning without having had anything to eat. And it's a really nice time of the day where we can set up things for them, pleasurable. They can start off the day really well.
Oh.
It's not that we just provide them with breakfast, we talk to them. You know, if they've got difficulties, they will say, you know, because it's quite relaxed, quite open.
I think over the last 10 or 15 years, and has been quite a long journey in that sense, the school has undergone a transformation. It's easy to look at it in terms of examination results. So, for example, 10 years ago, only 17 pupils left the school with the 5 A to C passes, and last year it was 168.
4 red. 1-6. Okay, we've worked that. So, someone else please. Nias, what are we going to do next?
Find out the probability for each coloured ball.
But I think also we would see it very much as a change in terms of attitude as well, with raising of aspirations, with an engagement of the families in education, and commitment to school and wanting their children to succeed.
And being red is 1-6. Thank you.
These people in this group have managed to get A star in their modular result. And some of them will be B, but aspiring to get A star in their GCSEs.
As you can see, ball is dropped in a series of tubes. Okay, calculate the probability of a winning goal. All right.
I think we stretch more able pupils through these classes. And also, our community here, and perhaps parents, can't support them for their exam preparation. Not just work-wise, but also motivating, showing them what they can achieve.
Is there any volunteers for next one, please?
Because you go through the first junction, which is a half, then there's another half, and there's one more half. So if you times all 3, you get 1/8.
Thank you.
As well as having the range of activities on place, we also need to support individual students. The current jargon is about personalisation. I think, and that probably means different things to different people, but what we are trying to do as well is to provide individual support.
Do you remember how to do algebraic expressions?
You got times that by that.
Yeah, times that by that, which becomes what?
A to A.
Yeah, A squared.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, no, you're not finished. You have to group it together. So whatever's similar. What's similar? Which ones? Yeah, them. So you have to
at the minute.
Yes. Being an ex-pupil, I can sort of relate to what they're going through, the pressures and, you know, balancing, watching TV, going out, as well as doing your work and coursework. So it's sort of like giving them support. It's a minus. Because a plus times a minus is a minus.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's it.
Yeah, do 3.
So wait, what did you get? CD, right?
Degree. Well, having fuzz has made a big difference because in class the teachers can help you a bit, also the students that are also mucking about, which will also distract you. But when fuzz comes out to help out, yeah, that's really helpful as well because he goes over what we've already been through.
Yes. And then plus, it remains a plus, and then group them together so it becomes
9A.
Yes, 9A.
I previously struggled with maths because I was finding it hard to do papers and that, but after doing mentoring I actually got the clue of how to suss out how to do exam practices, and I jumped from an E to a C, and I was really proud of myself by doing that.
Should do the hard one now, which is quite hard actually. Multiply and simplify, right? Yeah.
One of the biggest challenges that faces us here at Morpeth and schools like us up and down the country is that we have to try to institutionalise whatever it is that we're doing, enabling us to get those foundations really strong so that we can then go on to the next stage.
Well, how many? 1, 2, 3. Do one here. Do one here.
Well, I think a lot of the parents have children in the secondary school, but also in the surrounding primary schools. And in the projects that we've done, we've taken the parents with us into the surrounding primary schools and worked with the children.
As a parent, you kind of forget, you know what I mean? You just, oh, I'm grown up, I have done all that, it's finished. But this, it brings you again into that when you were before, you know what I mean? It brings you can do more as a parent or as anyone. You can do it, you know? Just try it, and it's good.
Right into that car.
Quite a few of the parents are now actually prepared to come in and talk to us and sometimes challenge us, which we hope they will do. But also they are also in their own education moving on. And then of course they become role models for their children. And the message which goes out to their children is a very powerful one, because they are saying, I think education is important, I'm going to school in the morning, I'm going to a class, and I think that's a very powerful message that their children pick up.
So on your tables you need to pick one person who's got nice clear handwriting, and when you've worked out what the words are, start thinking about the definitions, or start thinking about an example if you can come up with one. Yeah.
Me. Oh, why?
You know what it is? You don't.
Our approach to improving the quality of learning and teaching is focused very much on teacher professional development. We see that teachers are by far our most important resource in that sense.
We've got most of these down. Can we start getting down examples or definitions? So what about alliteration? What's alliteration?
Start with the same letter.
Start with the same letter or the same sound. The same sound, good. Because
we're currently putting most of our energy into the actual practice of the teachers, the focus on learning, how pupils learn, finding what it is that enables our young people to learn. Now, that varies across the school, but we are using a range of different models. We're using a coaching model for our younger teachers. We are using a lot of our own professional development time. We're working with outside organisations. We're working in collaboration with other schools locally. But I think we are acquisitive, and we're trying to just continually reflect on what our practice is and find ways of doing it better.
Charlie Chaplin would be alliteration, yeah? What was yours, Diane?
Deceitful and disgraceful.
Disgusting, deceitful, disgraceful. Excellent. Okay. So our learning intentions today is we're revising these poetic features that you've been looking at, and we're also going to try and use them in our own writing.
This is my 5th year as a qualified teacher, and I do really feel like my teaching has really come on and progressed. I get an opportunity to see a lot of other teachers, not just in my department but in other departments here, and it just means that your own teaching style is constantly evolving, and you're constantly kind of trying new things and taking on new ideas, and I think that's really important and helpful.
Cameron, can we hear yours now?
The moon. The moon is like a human head just floating in mid-space. The moon is like a lonely person far, far away. The moon is like a circular disc just sitting on no base. The moon is like a person. He has one bright and dark face.
That was absolutely lovely. That was fantastic. Really enjoyed that.
One of the critical aspects of the school culture is the young people actually wanting to achieve and being prepared to own up to that. We have been, I think, successful at year 10 and 11 in developing a critical mass of young people who want to achieve. Once you get over that tipping point, then you suck in more and more young people, because I think the majority of young people want to do well.
How dare you guys? How dare you?
Drunk blood.
I've lived in your house for 14 years. You really believe this girl?
My favourite subject has to be drama, but I would love to do something to do with business when I'm older.
We have mentoring provided to the business community, and being as close to the City of London as we are, we're able to access quite significant numbers of adults working there. One of our pupils from a few years ago has now left, done her A-levels, got her degree, and is now working in the City of London, and has now gone full circle as a business mentor.
When you had a business mentor, what things helped you most with your career decisions?
The business mentoring program helped me to mingle with people that I wouldn't have before, because I'd never interacted with people from different social backgrounds from myself, because in Tower Hamlets, as you know, it's mainly Bangladeshi population.
Yeah.
So seeing that, and also the motivation that I got from actually achieving good GCSE results and A-level results, a lot of doors opened up for me, and that was one of the reasons.
We operate the mentoring program on a kind of one visit in school, the next visit wherever the mentor is working, because part of our objective there is about raising aspirations, and the business mentoring is one of the key strands of that, because it opens up our pupils' eyes to the opportunities that are out there, very close to us, but they're out there, and perhaps they weren't aware of them.
Have you achieved what you set out to achieve?
No, not yet. I don't think I'll ever achieve what I set out to achieve, because you can always push yourself to go further. And as you push yourself, more doors open for you, and there's more that you want to do and more you want to achieve. So I haven't set out to achieve something yet, but yeah, I'm going.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all right.
We're getting to a position where we can say, right, okay, the strategies which we've used to get here, now that gets you, in the current jargon, from sort of poor to good. To get them from good to excellent presents a different set of challenges. And we need to, I think, probably look more and more at what's happening in the classroom, because that's where we're going to now get the further improvement that we will need to really push us up into the excellent category.